What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to see what's going on. And we're going to go through the charts as usual. We'll go through some Bitcoin charts. We'll go through the smaller time frames. Then we're going to move on to the DXY, Dow Jones, gold, silver, Litecoin, Ethereum, and we'll take a look at XRP. We'll see what's going on. Is this a real pump? Are we going to go and get up into the $40,000 range? Are we gonna is this just a fake out? Are we gonna drop? We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give you guys what I'm seeing and we'll go from there. So as you guys know, I'm waiting for a fifth wave down still, if it wasn't completed here at the 28.8, which is a possibility, but as of right now, I still think we have lower to go to these areas down here. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. You'll also notice we have a huge high volume node here at about 34,000. That's in confluence with some other stuff we'll talk about later on in the video. But let's take a look at what's going on now. Is this a falling wedge, a triangle? What is it? And what does it mean? Well, let's take a look. If we were to go up and break the top of this, this is on the daily, guys. So the top of this is around 32.5. I have two measured moves here. One from this peak here. And let's put a trend line on here. That's if it breaks today. And it doesn't mean we go to the target today if it was to break. But let's take a look. This is the bullish case we're looking at first. And then we'll take a look at the bearish case, which I think is more likely. But that target there would be right around. So if we break this 33,650, or I'm sorry, 32,650 range, our target there is going to be somewhere in this range. And again, it doesn't mean we go up in one day if it is to happen. But be aware that we could still break above this and just do a fake out and come right back down. So be aware of that. But let's put some more targets on here. So that would be the target from the measured move from this peak here. If we were to break up past that 32,650 range. And then we have this target here where we go from the first touch on the bottom all the way up to the top. Let's get this up here. So this one would be a little bit longer. And then we'll take a look at the downside targets. And there is some confluence there that I think you guys will be interested in. So let's take a look. Oh, guys, don't forget, scroll down, smash that like button. If you're on a mobile, exit the chat and then hit the like button and you can get right back in the chat. If you are on Google TV, if you would just go down to the bottom left-hand side of the screen, hit more options, and it'll give you the option to hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated if you would do that. That does help the channel grow. It does help YouTube get the videos out. So here it is. This would be the measured move from this bottom touch over here if we were to break out today. And again, it doesn't mean we go straight up to these targets. If we were bullish, you know, we might see something like this. It could take, you know, who knows how long. I don't care how it gets there, or I don't care if it gets there. It's how it gets there to distinguish what it would be. Now, if this is 5 waves done here and we're going to do our B wave up, that would probably look something like this. We'd get a rise up, come back down, go up, and then we'd have our 5 waves down that I'm looking for towards the end of the year. So if we break out here, these are my targets that I would be looking for. If we break down, let's put those targets in. So if we were to break down from here in the next few days, maybe this weekend, something like that, that trend line is going to be, we're going to make these ones green. Whoops. Let me move that back to red. Sorry about that. Let me clone this one. Then we're going to look at what our down targets would be. And again, guys, it doesn't mean it happens in a day. So let's just put a downside. We're going to make these ones green, just so we can distinguish. All right, so this trend is going to be, this trend line here, the breaking down of that point, it's going to be around the 27.5. Remember, I do expect another touch on the bottom of this, which is around that 27.5, 27.2. somewhere in that range. That is still my target, unless we break up above this 32.6. So let's take a look at what this first target would be. We're going to go ahead and clone this line, bring it down to this measured move. That is right around the 9,500. Imagine that. So let's take a look at that. And guys, again, doesn't mean one big straight candle all the way down. But this is confluence, in confluence with a lot of other areas we've been watching on this channel. Now let's take a measured move using this one here. Take this to the breakdown point. If we were to break down below that 27.5, which I still believe it's a good possibility that we hit this 27.5 before breaking out of this, if that's the case. So let's go ahead and clone this line, bring it down, and right about there. Also, I have an announcement about Prime XBT I'm going to talk about here in a minute. So, all right, so that target would be around 14.8. So keep an eye on this area, guys. Like I said, I do expect at least one more touch to the bottom. And if that does not break at that 27.5 range, depending on if, when, and where we get there, if that does break, then I look for lower targets. And you guys have seen my bearish count. But so this is what we're looking at. If you are not already in a trade, I wouldn't trade until a break of this, or if we get major rejection on this top trend line here. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. I have links down below. By far my favorite exchange. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything, all from one exchange. You can have multiple trades in, longs and shorts at the same time, so you can hedge your trades, unlike the scammy exchanges that clump everything together. And you don't see those scammy wicks. They don't trade against you. You could use my link down below. Also, go over to my YouTube and go to the homepage. And right here, there is a Prime XBT tutorial, which teaches you about co-vesting, which is copy trading. Teaches you how to use your leverage and change your margin. Definitely worth a watch. Definitely check it out. And you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. And like I said, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you've seen this. If you don't, my quick Twitter handle is @CryptoSavvy1. And this is, they're doing a $20,000 giveaway every month. And you can join it right here. If you don't have an account already, just use my link down below. Pop in my promo codes, go into here, and they're doing 500 participants. Each get $50 in Bitcoin as a trading credit. So definitely check it out. Like I said, if you haven't. But let's look at some more things here. So this is the daily. As you guys know, we were watching this daily RSI. We broke down from this trend line the other day, and I said we'd have more downside to go, which we did. And if you look here, we could get a little more upside. Let's look at where that 21 EMA is for the daily. That's around that 32.4, 32.5 also. So it is possible we get up into that area. As of right now, the 13 EMA lies around 31,950. So we most likely, if we close the daily, remember guys, the daily can go up above this trend line, but still close below because the RSI follows the body, not the wick. And let's zoom in a little bit further here. If we were to close in this area up here, we would still be making hidden bearish divergence, which is higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. So keep an eye on that on the daily. That's very powerful in the daily. We could be getting rejected at this trend line right here by the end of the day. So keep an eye on that. If we do get rejected there, again, now tomorrow, if we do get rejected here tomorrow, we could pop above it a little bit, but then continue down with our rejection. So keep an eye on that. Let's look at a couple more things. Let's go over to, this is the big picture. These are the Fibonacci retracement levels that we were watching. Like I said, I still believe we come down into the golden pocket zone, which is in between the 0.65 and the 0.618 fib. That would be somewhere between 25.2 and 27.2. Still looking for that area. As you can see right now, this high volume node is what's giving us a major, we have major resistance all right here, guys. And we are testing that right now. So Another thing to keep in mind, also this high volume node on 9,500. Remember that. If at any time we break below this, that's going to get ugly. If we break below this, then I would not be expecting that B wave up. Let's take a look at, so this is that bearish count I was talking about. If we look here, let's zoom in real quick before I get into this. Actually, we'll get into this first. So this is what I was looking at for my bearish count, as this being wave 1, 2, 3, and then this is 5 forming here with 1 down, 2 up, 3 way down here. Remember, if we get that bounce at the 25, 27 area, that could just be an ABC here and then continue up from there for our B wave. But if we do break this 25, that's pretty much telling me that we're going to go down to this 16.4 region, probably get a wave 4 up and then wave 5 down to the 14.3 range. If that's the case, we may not see the 9,500 if it plays out like this. So keep an eye out for that also. That is definitely a possibility. That would get us just above our 2019 bull run. So keep an eye out for that. Let's get this off the screen now and look at some divergence here. Actually, we'll do that back here. Let's go into the 4 hour and see if we're seeing any divergence. Let's get these lines off of here. So right now we're getting rejected on the 55 EMA. This is something I wanted to talk about. I pointed out in Discord early this morning. So if you see last time right here, well, we can start with this time. We popped above that 55 EMA and see how high we got. Look at the second time we popped above that 55 EMA, which is this yellow line here. Each time we got weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. This time we have not even gotten above it yet. So there is a possibility that is it and we won't even get above it. Now, if we do have an actual trend change and not a fake out here, this would be a good area to watch. Let's see what that comes up with. If it matches any of our other targets up there, would be somewhere around the 33.6, 33.4 range, just like we talked about earlier. Let's keep a close eye on this today, see what happens. Whoops, what the hell was that? Sorry, guys. Let me get these back off of here. And one more thing I want to point out. In the 4 hour, if you look, we have lower highs in the RSI. Let me thicken that line up so you can see it. And we have, and guys, I will be in the chat here in a few. We have higher highs in the price action. That is bearish divergence on the 4 hour. Let's go back over to this is another thing we've been watching. The measured move from the breakdown of this channel was 27.7-ish, 27.5, right in that area. Again, we have the hidden bearish divergence here on the RSI. There is possibility that it could go up. If you look at this past high way over here at 36.6, so we could get all the way up in that area. The RSI breaking back up in here, and that's still bearish divergence. So overall, this downtrend is going to continue going down, in my opinion. Even if we get back up to these levels, I will not be bullish. I've told you guys before, the only thing that would really make me think that we would go to a new all-time high would be breaking this green trend line up here. I do think if we get up there, which is probably unlikely, but if we were to, we'd get heavy rejection there. If not, and then we got support, then I would be saying maybe we'll see that new all-time high, but I just don't see it. Anyways, we are getting rejected at the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. Like I said, we go into the 4 hour there, and that's the 55 EMA that is rejecting us now. Like I said, each time we get above that 55, we get weaker and weaker until something changes. That's what I'm seeing. If you guys would, check out my wife's webpage. There is also a link to that down below in the description. Definitely check it out. A lot of cool stuff on here. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff. She's made some special stuff for people in the Discord, which is pretty funny stuff. But anyways, check it out. There is also, if you guys are new to trading, there is a mouse pad that has divergence cheat sheet on it. It is right here. definitely check that out if you haven't already. It's great to have. I know divergence is real confusing when you're starting out to trade. We're also making some bigger cheat sheets with some patterns on them, stuff like that. I'll let you know when that stuff is done. But anyways, this is what I was looking at as a possible 10-year cycle. If we are no longer in 4-year cycles, Bitcoin is maturing, the market is maturing, the market is getting longer. Could we be seeing something like this? Not saying it's going to happen, so don't freak out and scream I'm calling 1500, but it is a possibility. You always need to look at both sides of the card. Let's take a look at this. So right there again is the 9,500 range. If that was to happen, I'm looking for it in the beginning of January sometime. So anything can happen in this area. As you guys know, I have these arcs drawn in here from the peaks and the bottoms. That would match up perfectly. Let's take a look at over here in 2013. Every time we get below this 200 EMA, you see what happens. You see what happened over here in 2020. Once we broke below that 200 EMA, capitulation. You can see right here, we broke down, popped up, had a fake out, and we still ended up dropping below. If we drop below this 200 EMA, which is around that 27,000, if we drop below that, guys, it could get really bad and just be a slow, steady bleed down from there. So keep an eye on that stuff. And let's take a look at this. This is the bigger Dennis S. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, brother. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do daily updates every day. Also, tick that notification bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos. And I appreciate it. And if you're watching this after the live, make sure you leave a comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm. So let's look at this. This is the Fibonacci channels we have drawn in here. And this 382 right here is what we've been watching since we broke through. We were watching that all the way through. Called it going down once we broke it. Let's see where that is. And that would line up right here with the 55 EMA. If we hit there within the next week or two, would be 38.5. So anytime getting above this, then we could be looking at, you know, wave B forming. But unless we break above this trend line, I still think we have more downside before getting up to this range. And also that 200 EMA lies right around that 27.2, which is the golden pocket zone. So, and that lines up with this trend line. So I'm still looking for these targets down here. As you guys know, this is the DXY. We are going to be taking a look at the dollar here in a minute, and then we'll take a look at the Dow Jones. Then we'll take a look at gold, silver, Litecoin, and Ethereum. But anyways, this is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. If you'll notice, every time the dollar comes up to this top trend line and tops out, Bitcoin bottoms. And when it topped out here, 2020, Bitcoin bottom. And if you'll notice, every time it touches this bottom trend line, Bitcoin tops. This was 2014. And right here, 2018, that was after the top up here. And we've bottomed out down there again. The MACD, you guys know I don't really use the MACD much, but the MACD is super bearish on the weekly. I would say that next time the dollar gets up to this range, we'll be very bullish for Bitcoin. That's years away, in my opinion. So looking at the dollar here, I have this rising channel drawn in here, as you can see, with a measured move going up to around 94.26. That is my next target. I know a lot of people are saying this is bearish because it's rising channel. But if you look here, this is the 4-hour. We are in an uptrend. We're having higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI. That is hidden bullish divergence. And hidden divergence, as I've mentioned a million times, hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. And here, the hidden divergence is a continuation of the uptrend. As you can see, we're getting a little drop in it now. Let's zoom out in a little bit. We're getting a bounce off the 21 EMA. And if we zoom in here and look at even the smaller divergence here, we have, if we go from this here to here, we're having higher lows. And if we take that same drop from here to here, we're having lower lows, which is hidden bullish divergence. Hidden divergence is very strong, guys. When it is in direction of the trend. Let's look at the 1 hour, or I'm sorry, the 1 day. Same thing here. Higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI, hidden bullish divergence. We are in an uptrend in the daily. As you can see, that's a continuation of the trend. Dow Jones, so we are getting another little pump today. Will we break this high? Most likely not. As you guys know, if we go into the weekly, this is what I've been watching here. Thumper, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, brother. Let's look at the weekly here on the Dow Jones. As you guys know, there is huge bearish divergence here. And we also have hidden divergence here from February 20 to now. So keep an eye on that. Could we make a new all-time high? It's possible. Anything's possible. Do I think it's going to happen? I do not, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the 4 hour again. So the 4 hour does show we could make another new all-time high. I just don't see it though, guys. Let's go into gold. Gold, as you guys know, my target is 1677 as of right now. I do think that'll eventually break down further. But right now it looks like we're making an ABC right here. Silver, as you guys know, my target, first target's 21, then 20, and then overall maybe all the way down to 13. Litecoin, nothing has changed here either, guys. Looks like Litecoin in the 4 hour could get up to that 55 EMA just like Bitcoin, so maybe around 120 before turning around, but I still see us coming down to this bottom trend line here. And again, the longer it takes, the higher it will be. And if it does get a bounce here and Bitcoin gets that B wave up, then we could, get a nice bounce here and then come back down. And if I'm correct on the 9,500, then we should see a $50 Litecoin by the beginning of next year. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum's getting rejected at its 55 EMA right now. Let's see if that holds, or it gets a push up to the 200, and that would be around 2,090, somewhere in that range. But I still have the target down here of 13,000, the low of 1,000, and then if Bitcoin was to hit that 9,500, then I would see a $477. And XRP, still have the target of 43 down here. If that breaks, we're looking in the 20-cent range again. Nothing has changed there, in my view. So let's get back over to go into the 4 hour. Actually, we'll go down into the 1 hour. Let's go into the 1 hour chart here. Let's get back over here. And I'll get into the chat. So if you guys know my EMA strategy, if you don't, go over to right here on my homepage on YouTube. There's some free tutorials there. Just real simple tutorials, especially if you're new. It's good to just give you a head start and kind of just a quick summary of how some things work. So you might want to check that out. Let's get back over to here. All right, so as you can see, if you know the EMA strategy, it is showing a buy signal on the 1 hour, which is all the EMAs crossed over this last candle, and we opened and closed above all the 8, 13, and 21. So there is a buy signal on the hourly, but if you look at the RSI here, it doesn't have much more room. So if we do get another pump up, might get some sideways action, but as you can see, let's see. We're still showing some divergence here. That can break if we break above 32,433. That will erase this divergence. See what happens. Please, can you give TA on BTC USD WM? I have no idea what that is. But no, I'm not going to go over any other charts right now. If I am able to do another live stream later, I will do that. So anyways, into the chat. What's up, guys? Almost 1,000 people in here and only 571 likes. Go on down and smash that thumbs up, guys. It's just scammy. At times, I've been watching it for a year, in my opinion, of course. If the B wave only makes it to the 200 EMA on the daily, it is sufficient to call it a B wave, or would that be the 200 EMA on the daily? Let's take a look. Oh, it's daily. No, it would have to break this 41.6, I believe, for it to be a sufficient B wave. And again, there's no guarantee we even get that wave, guys. BTC broke the 55 EMA, so is 32K confirmed now? Yeah, we could get to 32K. There's no guarantees, obviously. Right now, we're at a high volume node right here at 31.7. Keep an eye on this area. Again, that is showing a buy for the 1 hour, but we'll see what happens. If it goes over into the 4 hour, that would be extremely bullish. I don't see it happen. I think this is nothing more than a fake pump. If you look at the RSI here, guys, like I said, even if we get up to that 200 EMA, which is around 33.7, we're still going to be making major hidden bearish divergence, no matter what happens here. BTC USD takes Bitcoin price and pairs it with money supply. I think it would give us a good insight. When we bottom and DXY top somewhere, do you only buy Bitcoin or do you also buy? Oh, I'll probably buy some Bitcoin, but I'm really looking at when that happens to buy into traditional markets at that time too, because I do still believe there is a big crash coming for traditional markets. As much as people don't believe that, I truly think we're going to see something very ugly soon. Is this all because of possible positive interview tonight? Like I said, guys, I don't pay attention to the news. It's all right here in the charts. The news is just noise. Always has been. In the traditional world and the crypto world, news is noise. They only tell you what they want you to hear, not what's really going on. DXY 4-hour dumping. I just talked about the DXY. Actually, it may come down to this 8 EMA here, which is 92.69, but overall, I think the DXY is still pretty damn bullish. Like I said, we got some hidden bullish divergence here in an uptrend. I do believe we are going to break up and out of that. If you go into the 4-hour here, this is my target for the 4-hour. I do think we'll eventually break up here in the near future. Again, you can see the divergence here playing out to hidden bullish divergence in an uptrend. So everybody expects everything to happen in 10 minutes. That is not how markets work, guys. Milk and Honey, thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated, man. Didn't even ask a question. News is always late. Yeah, news is a lagging indicator. And it's just BS. Really does not matter, in my opinion, at all. Unless they came on and said Bitcoin is the new money, everybody get rid of the dollar and we're done with the dollar. I mean, something like that, but highly unlikely. Ninja Killer 999. What do you think is the cause of this pump and why? If you look at the charts, really, guys, zoom out. It's not that big of a pump. I mean, really, it's a blip. If it breaks that 32,650, then we may see a pump. But I would not consider this a pump. I just consider this a correction because we've been going down so long that really nothing's changed. It's tiny. Tommy McNicholas, damn, we drop a whopping $1,000 after all the FUD, and now we drop into 10,000. Hope y'all didn't do Amazon back in the day. I don't know what you're talking about. If after all the FUD, huh? Let's look at how far Bitcoin is down, and that's something else I wanted to talk about. Everybody keeps moving their goalposts, all the bulls. We are down, even right now at this minute, we are down 51%. Now I remember everybody saying, bear with me here. Do you guys remember all the bulls saying Bitcoin wouldn't drop more than 40% in a bull run? And then it did drop more than 40%. And then they said it wouldn't drop more than 50, or then we're in a bear market, and it dropped more than 50, and we're still not in a bear market. I don't understand. They keep changing their goalposts there. I don't know, guys. We are still down, as of this price right now, 51%. Bitcoin is not in a bull run anymore, I don't believe, guys. Savvy, how's your short going today? How much are you confident in your short that you took today? Oh, if you guys watched yesterday's, you knew I was in a short. I had my stops at 30,100, and I did get stopped out at 150% profit. And I re-entered this morning, and I am at a loss right now. I'll tell you guys where I'm at. I re-entered at 31,446, and that was because of the 55 EMA right here on the 4-hour. And I am currently down 20% in that. I will close it if I, get into more loss than I'm comfortable with. But I will probably just continue adding shorts, laddering in. I don't believe we're going to go a whole hell of a lot higher, guys. John Walters, thanks for the information. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate the support, man. Hey, Savvy, when do you see the crash of traditional markets happen? People speak more deflation spiral. What are your thoughts on this? I'm sure, but you can't be sure. There are no guarantees in any markets, including crypto. Crypto, for one, is pure speculation still, so there's really no guarantees in that. If anybody's guaranteeing you anything in crypto, they're full of crap. And as for traditional markets, no one knows for sure in that either. We can go off of analysis, and I do believe that there is a big crash coming in the traditional markets. When? I'm betting this year, it at least starts this year. It could be a long multi-year bear market. Like I've said before, the whole time since Bitcoin's creation, the stock markets have been in a bull run. And even in a bull run, Bitcoin corrected 80 to 90% each time, each correction. So what happens if traditional markets go in a true bear market? That will not be good for Bitcoin, no matter what anybody says. If traditional markets really do go in a multi-year bear market, Bitcoin is in serious trouble. Not saying it's going to die. I'm just saying it'll be a long time before it recovers. Thanks for the inspiration to learn stuff. Thanks, Cram. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the super chat. Why is BitBoy banning people on Twitter? I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. This was never a real bull market. Yeah, I did not like this bull market, to tell you the truth. I sold really early, but I sold at a huge gain, so it didn't matter. And I made a shit ton of money trading this whole time. But I did keep 2 just for trading, and it is probably the best decision I ever made in my life. I had no stress. I did not close my short, Zalbu. Not my short from this morning. I don't plan on it. Like I said, I'll add to it. I'll ladder more in if I have to. Bitcoin's narrative is an illusion. Pretty much. I mean, it is just a narrative to get people to keep buying, in my opinion. But again, I do think Bitcoin will probably succeed in the future. But I'm telling people that it's guaranteed to go to these crazy all-time highs. Yes, the chart looks bullish over a long period of time, and it has happened. But there's nothing to say that has to continue. And just be careful. We seen what happened in the dot-com bubble, right? Did you hedge along? No, I didn't. Nope. Like I said, I'll ladder in more shorts. Joe Wowo said, high or low, bears are weak as fuck. Yeah? Let's see. Let's see, Wowo, or whatever your name is. Let's go over to that daily chart. Let's get this stuff off of there. Bears are weak, huh? I wouldn't say that, buddy. Bears looking pretty damn strong to me. me get this back on here. Well, one more thing I want to point out too. Where are we at here? Let's go to that 6-month chart again. I just show you guys how crazy this is. You remember this wick? Looking at the 6-month chart, look at that. Look at that. That is not a healthy chart. Not a healthy chart at all. Why did the chart show pre-bull run? Was it showing a bull run? What did the chart show pre-bull run? Was it showing a bull run? Yeah. I showed you guys that on the EMAs, where the EMAs crossed around 10,000. It showed a buy on the daily, all the way up to 63. I think it reversed right around 57 after the top with the EMAs. But yeah, it did show it. I wasn't convinced of it. Like I said, I sold early, most of my Bitcoin early, at a huge profit. So I would much rather sell early in any market than, you know, buy late, period. You can ask the people that bought above 40,000 how they feel about it. So what makes you think the stock market will crash? The charts. And the real world that will eventually catch up with the markets. Ninja Killer 999. Are crypto bear markets still good for trading? You can make a hell of a lot of money in the bear market trading. That's you know, a lot of people, you know, bitch about people trading or telling people to trade. I don't tell anyone to trade. I tell you that if you learn to trade and take the time and put in the effort, you can make a lot of money trading. So you don't have to just buy stuff and hope it goes up. You can make money both ways and literally make a living off it. I quit a 6-figure income to do this permanent last year, and it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. People only flame on bulls or bears because they are down themselves and they are afraid. Yeah, if you'll notice, the bulls are the meanest, just craziest people, because them bulls are losing their ass right now. Bears just show their stuff, not arguing with anybody. Most bears don't get crazy and mean because they're not hurting. Bulls are hurting. They're gonna be angry and mean and rude, and that's how it is. Tea Leaf, smash that like button. Thanks, man. Do you think we will dip again? I do. I do think we will dip again. Look, like I said, even if we continue up from here, if we don't pass this 34.4 range, we're going to be making major hidden bearish divergence here on the 4-hour even. And I mean, look at the chart, guys. Everybody's saying this pump is huge. This pump is absolutely nothing right now. Zoom out, man. Let me go get this out of here. Look at this huge pump that everybody's talking about. It is absolutely nothing at all. This is still a bearish as hell chart. Crypto is going to be the biggest bubble of all time. It's definitely a possibility. I mean, you got to look at both things. Like I said, I would like Bitcoin to succeed in the long run, and I think it has a good chance to, but there are no guarantees at all. It's pure 100% speculation, and people don't want to talk about that. Crypto is going to be the biggest bubble of all time. Thanks for the inspiration. Any chances we going to B-Wave? Yeah, I said it is a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Like I said, keep an eye. Let me put this stuff back on there before I forget. Keep an eye on this right here for now. If you guys didn't see this, go back in the video and you'll understand what these lines are here and what I'm looking at. What's up, Marcus Jacob? How you been, brother? I consider myself a bull whose father was a bear, as sentiment is my friend and trend. If if the trend is your friend, the trend is down, brother. How much of your investment percentage is in crypto? Right now, not much. I'm mostly in cash. Like I said, I keep 2 Bitcoin for trade. I cash out my profits every week. Savvy, good to see you back from vacation. Your 1 week is like 1 month for us. Thanks, Usman. Good to see you, man. My trade from yesterday, Catherine, got stopped out. I had my stops at 30,100. Got stopped out at 150% gain. I did re-enter some trades this morning. I explained it in the beginning of the video. Check it out. Can you talk about leverage you use when laddering? Yeah, actually, I've talked about that plenty of times on video and in the Discord. Maybe I'll make a video on that at some point. But if you guys are interested in trading, do not forget to check out PrimeXBT. Like I said, my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. And you can use my promo codes to save you on trading fees, which is Savvy25. That'll leave you 25% off your fees. Savvy50 will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a 50% bonus to use towards your margin. Links are down below. Like I said, the tutorial video is here on my YouTube page. If you go to the home page, right there. And I suggest, I always tell people, if you're going to start trading, start with a fake account. And then if you're profitable in the fake account, then move over to a real account and start out with a small, depending on your financial situations, $5, $10, $100, depending on your financial, a small amount of money that you won't hurt if you lose it. Start trading that, because then you'll deal with the emotion of playing with real money. And if you can be profitable out on that, then maybe you want to jump up bigger. But if you can't put in $5 or $10 and grow that, you're not going to be able to put in 10,000, 20,000 and grow that. So think about it that way. Don't be crazy. Don't trade high leverage. Use risk management. Always, always, always use stop losses. And yeah, put in the work. You can learn. Ninja Killer 999. Any reason your take profit 30? That wasn't my take profit. That was my stop loss at 30,100. I explained it yesterday why I had it in there, and it got stopped. But like I said, when I trade and I get into profit, I'll explain to you guys real quick. So, all right, let's say I put in this trade here at the 55 EMA at 31,444. So if it gets back down below and it breaks this little line of support here around 31.2, then I'd move my stops down just above that. Even though my take profit might be down here, I keep trailing with my stop loss. So even if it pops back up and cancels my trade or hits my stop loss, my stops are in profit. So that protects you from losses. A lot of people just think that one trade, they're going to ride it forever. That will get you wrecked. If you believe, if you're not using stops, you're going to get wrecked. There's no doubt. You might win some trades, but you got to use risk management. If you're not managing your risk, you're going to lose your ass. Great video. Thanks, man. How long should you be winning trades to be considered a profitable trader? Just being profitable, consistently profitable. So if, over a week's period of time, you're profitable, altogether profitable, and then a month, you're profitable, and consistent. You got to be consistent. If you're consistently profitable, then maybe put some money in and try real trading. Unless you opened a short at 60K. I was shorting up there, but I got out of many shorts all the way down. Made a lot of money coming down. So Tsunami says, everything is going to zero according to this guy. Everything looks bearish right now, but I think you need to consider high manipulation in the market. Wow. If you think anything looks bullish here, bud, I really feel sorry for you and your portfolio. Why is this bull run the shortest in your opinion? That's all perception. If you look at this as a 10-year bull run, this wasn't a very short bull run. These were just waves in the run. I do believe that we could be looking at the end of a 10-year cycle. Not saying that's going to happen for sure, but I do think we'll see this 9,500 by the beginning of next year. That's just my perspective, my thoughts, and my opinion. You make up your own mind. So anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I am going to head out. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up on your way out. Leave a comment if you watch this after the live. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be popping in and out of the Discord later. If you guys haven't checked out the Discord, the link's down below in the description, along with other affiliate links there. But the Discord is totally free. Come check it out. Great group of people in there, and I am out. Take it easy, guys.